AITA. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to date people with mental health issues? I posted this before with details, but got removed because I guess it was too detailed. So basically what the title asks. I'm a caring and supportive person by nature. My last 2 relationships have had a lot of difficult moments. Not because of our connection or relationship issues, but because of my SO issues which I end up getting heavily involved in. I'm just tired after 2 3-year relationships that brought the same stress. I ask this because I just went on my first date since my last breakup and she was awesome. After the date she added me on Facebook, and her page is all of the tutorial type posts and self-deprecating stuff that gets the me or this caption. I'm a healthy guy both mentally and physically. I'm surprised the mental toll of the last 6 years hasn't affected that. I see positivity in everything. My entire young adult life has been dictated by others' problems though, and I don't think I would ever want to have that situation again in a relationship. I don't plan on going on a second date she wants to go on. I'm not going to say why, but am I being an a-hole behind closed doors? NaH. No a-holes here. Up to you entirely, but should you really be judging a person's mental health based on memes they posted on FB? I used that example because both of my exes did that religiously, so I'm cautious. But I know other people and friends who do that and are similar to my exes in behavior, as well. All I'm saying is, there are definitely people that are very upbeat and positive with no real problems, and I want to find them. I haven't seen that in a while and I think it's what I want. NaH. No a-holes here. I don't think you're at fault for being cautious about a permanent caretaker role, I just think it would be best if you talk to her about it. Be honest and say, hey, I don't appreciate all the self-deprecating jokes and posts. After one date? Serious question. I feel like after one date, it's not worth it to bring that up. NaH. Sometimes dating someone with mental health issues can turn out to be toxic and stressful, however you seem to already know that. There's a lot of people out there who just aren't in the right state of mind to be dating yet, people who can barely take care of themselves and/or are way too codependent on whoever they end up dating. I definitely would not tell her you found the jokes and memes a red flag as you planned, because I honestly don't think that will help her in any way other than making her upset. NaH. She's not in the wrong, neither are you. To be honest, I totally relate. I come from a family where mental health issues are very common to a ridiculous extent, and I'm sort of surrounded by depression. I don't want to have that in a partner, not because I have anything against people who suffer, but because there's only so much I can support, you know? I too look for someone generally positive and who I won't have to look after, and I don't think there's a thing wrong with having this preference. NaH. It's difficult to have a relationship with mentally unstable people. It's emotionally draining and a lot of times, you're left to feel like you don't get any emotional support yourself. Maybe I'm an a-hole, but like you I've spent years feeling as though I'm propping others up emotionally, and I'm not interested in doing that. It's a lonely feeling being everything for another, while they don't have the capacity to acknowledge you. NTA. Not the a-hole. Everyone has some sort of list of preferences for dating. I don't see this being any different. Reasonable. I guess in today's society, so many people have some sort of issue in this sense. I don't want to feel like I'm belittling a large group of people with actual problems. Not saying you aren't healthy mentally and physically, but all people should talk to someone, professionally, regardless if they're happy or sad in life. Maybe it would get to the bottom of why you always seem to get into relationships with people with mental illness. You do have the right to not enter the relationship, but I maybe wouldn't judge based off memes so hard. NaH. I am married for 15 years, been together with my husband for a total of 20. I had a breakdown after a first year together due to severe outside stress, family, and work. My husband-to-be broke up with me, but we remained in contact and got back together. Most of the years have been good, but I've dealt with depression at different points, sometimes severe. My husband needed to take time to figure out if he was really up to taking this journey with me. It's not an easy road. If you know this is not a journey you are up for, there is no shame in that, and it's better to bow out early. If you were much more attached, I would say take some time to think and feel out what you imagine life would be with or without this person, and whether the benefits outweigh the negatives. But you barely know her, it's fine to move on. I'm getting out of a marriage where my spouse often neglected his mental health needs, and it ended with me recognizing the symptoms of emotional abuse in myself and our son. I still care deeply for my ex, and hope he finds better ways to cope as we co-parent, but he often refused treatment and it was too much. I spent so much time working, in the caregiving sector, taking care of my husband and our son, that I became physically ill and I couldn't take care of me. Good for you for recognizing your limitations. For me, it's about personal responsibility. I need to find the difference between mutual loving support and codependency. You clearly recognize that no one is perfect, but that you need something different. Good luck. NTA, for now. After the last 6 years, I think it's understandable that you at least want a break from this sort of relationship, and I'm saying that as somebody who struggles a fair amount with anxiety/depression. Now, if you're thinking you never want to date people with mental health issues again, that might cross over into YTA territory. Why would OP cross over into YTA territory if he continues to not want to date people with mental health issues? As someone who's dated someone with depression and anxiety, I would probably never do it knowingly again. It took way too much of a toll on my own mental health. I will never date someone with mental health issues again. Doesn't make me or anyone else an a-hole. No one owes anyone else a date. Mental illness can be incredibly damaging to be around, and as sad as it is, I would fault no one for avoiding it when searching for a forever partner. YTA. You're the a-hole for judging this girl's mental health as being inadequate to date you, based solely on some memes she posted on Facebook. But am I the a-hole for not wanting to date people with mental health issues? I'm just letting history dictate my actions with the Facebook posts. Been there, done that. Didn't like that. Someone could not post those memes and be worse than someone who does, but I'd rather go for someone who posts motivational FB posts right now. Is that bad?